Hello, this is Joel Marshall, and this is LearnMyComputer.com. And today we're going to talk about creating folders and files. I got an email from one of our students that said, "Hey, Joel, you're moving these folders and files around. Where are those on my computer?" Well, the answer is those files and folders are not on your computer, the ones that we talk about, the Joel's folder and India pictures, because those are files and folders that are what they call user created, which simply means they're not created by the operating system. The person who's using the computer creates those files and folders, or somebody other than them creates them, such as takes a snapshot or makes a music file or creates a document. These are all created by people, not by the operating system itself. And the operating system in this case is Windows 7. So if anybody ever asks you what kind of computer you have, just click on this Start button here and go to Computer and right click on it and choose Properties, and it'll tell you what kind of computer you have. It says what kind of processor you have, what kind of memory you have, what kind of a system it is, and at the very top it'll say Windows 7 Ultimate or Windows 7 another version. There are various versions. So I'm going to close that window now. That was a little bit of a sidetrack. But we are going to talk about how I created these files and folders. So again, these are folders, and you can tell by this yellow folder icon that it shows what's inside of it. It's kind of clever of Windows to show you what's inside the folder just a little bit there. So India Pictures, if I double click on that, you can see the files that are in there, and again you can see them in different ways by going up here to the Change Your View and sliding around. That's just a little bit of a refresher here, because sometimes we forget that there are different ways to look at the files. And easily we can do that by just sliding that slider around and seeing the different views. I, in this case, like that view because I can see what these pictures are. So these pictures were created by a camera, and the camera was plugged into the computer, and these pictures were transferred over. We're going to do that in a coming episode that's just going to be all about capturing photographs from cameras. But today we're going to create some more files, and I'm going to close this window and go to the other folder, Joel's folder, where I have some assorted different files here. And I'm going to show you how to create a Word document file in that folder. So right now I've got some pictures. And the only way I can get the pictures is to take a picture with a camera of some sort. They're all images, JPEGs they call them. And this is a graphic image, and the only way I can create that is to really go into some kind of graphic making program and design that. We're not going to do that today, of course. This is a music MP3, or actually this is an M4A, which is another type of music file. And again, to tell what type of file it is, it's just the extension, which is dot, and then the letters that come after it. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4. I don't know, it might even be more, but whatever it is, that dot blah 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 is the extension. And you'll get used to some of these extensions. Here's a quiz. What is this extension? .mov. That's right, it's a movie file, something that you open in QuickTime, and that it's a video of some sort. Again, here's another one. And this is an address file. So we've established that in previous episodes, but I just kind of wanted to reiterate about that as well. So the music file, somebody has some kind of music software like GarageBand on the Mac, and there are many other ones out there where they record music. We're not going to do that today, of course. The videos, people have cameras. You might have one of these cameras where you videotape something and then you get it on your computer. And that, again, is created sort of outside the computer. But an example of a document that's created on your computer and lives on your computer is this letter to Joel up here, which is a Word document because it ends in .docx. That's the latest version of Word. They all end in docx. Previous versions of Word end in doc, D-O-C, and those work just as well. And I am going to now create a new Word file. This is how we create a new file. I'm going to right-click in a blank area, and I am going to go to New, and then I'm going to go to over here, and there's various choices. I'm going to choose Microsoft Word document, and I'm going to left-click. And there it is. There's my new document, and I can call this Learn My Computer. I'm going to call it Learn My Computer Letter. And all I did was type. After I created it, it automatically highlighted the text name, and I could just type away. Now I'm going to hit Enter, and there, it actually alphabetized it and put it up here, Learn My Computer Letter. I'm going to change the view just to show you what it might look like if you had it in this view, which is called Details, when I'm working with documents, because I can see all the details. And I see Learn My Computer Letter. Can't see the whole thing, so I can go up here and drag that out a little bit so that I can see the whole thing. Learn My Computer Letter, there it is. We created a document. And I can create as many as I want by right-clicking and going to New and going to Word document. Here's another one. I'm going to call this one LMC for Learn My Computer. Now I'm getting a little fancy. LMC Other Letter. Not very specific, but the letter hasn't been written yet. So now you'll notice if I double click on this new one, LMC Other Letter, it knows it's a Word document and will open up Word, Microsoft Word. And this is my word processor, and this is where I'd say, Dear Joel. What a great day it is. Okay, so there's my letter. Maybe I have a colon up here. We're going to talk about Microsoft Word in future lessons, but I just wanted to show you how to create a file. Now I'm going to close out of Word. I am going to save it, and we'll talk about all that in an upcoming lesson. One more thing, I'm going to close this window. Let's say I'm on my desktop and I want to create a folder. I'm going to right click on the desktop, and I'm going to go to New, Folder. Bingo, there's a new folder. Now we have one. I'm going to call it LMC for Learn My Computer. And you'll see it's just like the other ones. It's empty, and you can see that in the icon. If I double click on it, there's nothing in it. Okay, so that's kind of a lot. We're going to go over this stuff ad infinitum in future lessons. As we progress, we'll have to always go back to creating folders, creating files, looking at files in the window and sorting them and looking at them the ways we want to look at them. So we're going to continue doing that. So if you feel overwhelmed, that is a good thing. Just go with it. If you feel underwhelmed, well then we've got to move along with some more lessons. And I will see you next week. This is Joel Marshall at LearnMyComputer.com. And if you need to email me, please do at joel@learnmycomputer.com. And I'll see you next week.